Hello all, Joe Weaver here. Got out today to put this video together. A little sticky out here, it's pretty humid, but I'm happy to be able to have the time to put this together. It's been probably about a month or so since I put together my last video, and wanted to share some information regarding the changes that are currently taking place, and also some say affirmations and things to consider with your own personal transformation, assisting you with your own say changes that we're going through individually and collectively. So the big part of this video has to do with us being the portals, individual portals that is connected to everything. And when I mean by we are, we've heard the statements before, all is one. Before we've heard the statements, all is love. We've heard these statements, a million times. It seems like, I've written it many times in the past also. But the big thing is, we only have so many ways in order to be able to describe the connection that we are to everything else in the universe and beyond. So, our English language in a lot of ways has no ways to really describe things very easily. And the other thing is, there's no real way to really know your connection to the universe or to the earth, or all of humankind and the cosmic game, until we actually realize and remember and integrate those levels of our own awareness. So we can talk about it and read about it and everything else, or write about it, but the big changes take place when we go through our own integration and merging with our expanded levels of the self. So, at the beginning of 2015, in my yearly update, I talked about the 2015 was the year of the now, and how we are stepping into that now. The more that we align with our center point of our being, the more that we expand in consciousness, and therefore we are one with everything else in existence, or the levels of existence. So it's like it's a process of remembering who we are and integrating those levels of who we are already. And so the easiest way that I found, of course in combination with say meditation, or the seminar courses like the New Paradigm MDT seminar courses that I facilitate and share, is those are just tools to assist us during our own transformation, to assist us in our own remembrance and integration of those levels of our own consciousness. So the other tool that I found is very useful during change, and as the earth continues to raise in vibration, where that vibration in itself is assisting us in integrating and moving and ascending with the earth as it continues to raise in vibration. So the big thing for me personally that I like to share is affirmations that we can say to ourselves that will bring up the reflections within ourselves that shows us what we're holding on to, so we can release what we are holding on to, the beliefs, the disempowerment, the illusions, and so on, that limit and restrict our expansion. So the expansion in itself is energetic expansion. It has to do with our energetic systems, not only with the body, but our expanded levels of the self, becoming one with the earth, becoming one with the solar system, becoming one with the galaxy, becoming one with the universe, becoming one with the cosmic self. So it's not like it's just a few simple steps that we move through in order to move through those levels. It's a continuous process of reintegration, remembrance. We separated ourselves into little tiny fragments. Now those fragments are coming together into wholeness as we merge back together with our expanded levels of ourself. So what I'm talking about here is not a belief that I believe this is happening. No, this is what's happening, and we're seeing it more and more on the planet, how these changes are coming about as the earth continues with its own expansion into its own expanded levels of its own self, as the earth becomes a star eventually. And so the affirmations that I wanted to share, the biggest one is, for you to, before I say this, just go ahead and center yourself within, a meditative state. Just breathe, take a few breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just relax, either with your eyes open or eyes closed, it doesn't matter. The biggest thing is you're centering yourself within your heart space, and therefore in your heart space there's no judgment, there's no fear of what I'm talking about, there's only openness. So center yourself within your heart space of openness, of just that space of peace and balance. And it is in that space, with the words that I say, see how they reflect within your own levels of your consciousness. When I say, and you can say to yourself these words, I am everything. Everything exists through me. So everything exists through me. Everything exists through me. Just take a deep breath. So, in our mind, we might have these little thoughts to come in and say, well, yeah, I believe everything is one, and I believe I am one with everything. But then we also have these thoughts and these perceptions or these beliefs to come up and say, well, I'm one except for all these people in the world that are causing this, causing control and manipulation, or causing terror, or, I'm one with everything, but I'm not one with beings that live beyond the earth. I'm not one I'm not like one with the sun and the solar system. These are all, again, perceptions that limit our expansion and knowingness of our connection with the sun. The knowingness of the connection with all people, all plants, animals, the earth itself, and every single person that exists on earth. Basically, we are connected through us. It's not that we are just individual human forms walking together on the planet together. We are actually a collective consciousness that is experiencing life on Earth together. So, again, what I'm talking about here is a matter of knowingness, and how we integrate that knowingness and remembrance is through letting go of what we are holding on to. So through the different affirmations that you can come up with your own self, when you say every single thing within existence exists through me, and there is no separation, and if you want to be in contact with every single thing within existence, then you simply let go of the separation. And it's not like we go from 0 to 100 or 100,000 levels of existence remembrance. It's a gradual process. How we move through that process is allowance and releasing what we're holding on to, releasing the fear of separation, the judgments, the hates, every single thing we may have integrated or been taught in this lifetime, is to have the willingness to let it go. Because what truly exists is so far beyond what we have been experienced in the past, is unrecognizable to our, say, 3D eyes or 3D or 4D remembrance. So another thing that I wrote down, along with, everything exists through me, and you continue to say that over and over. Every single thought that comes up and says, well, I don't want to be a part. I'm not separate. I mean, I am separate than this. I am separate from the darkness. I am separate from the darkness in the world. I'm separate from this. I'm good, bad, evil, all this other craziness. All that stuff is illusion. Basically, every single thing in existence exists through us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And basically, we choose our alignment of what we're creating and what we create with. So, right now on Earth, we're having so many changes going on. We got, the governments are changing. The people are becoming and are expanding their awareness, and therefore they're saying, I don't want to eat this GMO food anymore. But the government and the corporations continue to impose different sanctions that limit that awareness. Say, that knowingness of what's in our food, or saying, trying to create war or with other countries and so on. And the people are saying, no, we're not going to play this game anymore. The biggest thing to keep in mind is, through fighting the system only empowers the system. So, in order to truly change the system, we love the system. We love it without conditions, to the degree that we become one with it. Then we become the change that changes the system. That goes back into love changes everything. It's through fighting and separation that continues the power of this separation and the manipulation, control, and so on. How control and manipulation has existed on Earth to this point has been through separation. Continue to separate the people, and therefore they're easily manipulated and controlled. And most people don't even know that they are being manipulated and controlled, because they're living in denial of that. Which is, again, a belief. But again, it's not bad. So it's not like, when I'm talking about this regarding other people or other beings or other things, it's not that I'm fighting, I have a fight within me or a judgment of me about these other people, or the people that choose to live a certain way or do certain things. It's a matter of, that's what exists. We are not all at the same level of consciousness right now. We're not all existing in the same level of vibration. It's like a gigantic soup mixture that basically we are. And this soup mixture of this gigantic organism is moving into another level of, higher level of existence, a higher level of vibration. And so how we move through this is through change. Change in itself is as hard as we make it. So for the people that want to live in denial, of course, change might be a hard thing to go through. But to respect and love those people instead of fight with them. Respect and love the beings and the people that have, say, caused war on the planet. It's through that love vibration is what assists those beings and those people and our collective vibration in moving into another level of harmony, balance, and peace. So, you know, it continues to go back through the statement that I always like to say is through our own personal transformation, we transform the world. Everything exists through me. I am one with everything. There's no exceptions. There's no separation. Therefore, I am one with it. It is part of me. And that it means the earth, that means the other people, that means me, you, every single thing there is. So, you know, as we align more with our center point, more of our expanded now moment, it's like the example that I used at the beginning of the year was the U shape. The more that we try to struggle and stay in the past, the more it's a slippery slope. As the vibration on Earth continues to rise, the more we worry about the future, we try to project into the future and, you know, all worry about what's going to happen in the future. Again, that's a very slippery slope. It's a lot of struggle to stay living in the past or the future when we're our own expanded self and the Earth itself is moving into a now, continuous now moment, which includes the past, future, and the now that exists right now. That's a weird way of saying it, but anyway, the now exists within the now. So, those were a couple things that I wanted to share today. Is love the system to the degree where the system starts loving itself. Love the collective of people on Earth till they start loving themselves. And basically there's no time limit for what I'm talking about. It's through, since we are one collective organism, the more of us of that organism that loves the other part of the organism, if we become one whole, healthy organism. If we continue to hold separation in different parts of the organism, saying, I don't really like this part up here, and I don't want to be friends with this part down here, and all this other craziness, where's the wholeness? Where's the peace, love, and happiness that basically we are going to be, and we can be, if we continue to say, I don't want to talk to this person over here because I don't like their kind, I don't like their color, I don't like what they believe, all this other stuff. So I think you're getting the point of what I'm saying here, is everything exists through me. And when I say me, you might be just viewing it as me, this physical person. But I'm talking about me is you, me, us, collectively is one. So everything exists through us. Everything's a big super. Me and you and everything else. So those are the couple things I wanted to share. It's hard to really describe and put into words these things, but the easiest way that I found is to come up with your own affirmations, similar to everything exists through me, and see those levels that pop up. When they do pop up, say, no, you know, these people on earth have been killing other people for thousands of years, and therefore I can't love them, or I'm not one with them. So that in itself is separation. When you truly merge with that level of other, say that you let go of that separation, you have much more connection to your own expanded level of your own self. It's not that you have to live or make the same choices as those other people or those beings have made. You can make your own choices. You can create your own existence. And we together can be the new earth, the sovereign, self-realized beings here on earth, and assist the new earth in the earth through its transformation. So